before we start exploring the city, isn't there something you want to say to me?
No, nothing in particular.
You're not very smart, are you? Remember what happened at the command room?
Senpai, it's probably when you dozed off in the command room. It'll come back to you if you focus. That was, you know. We made it in time. Senpai, your number is a single digit in the front row. Please, take any available seat in the front row. Right in front of the director. What a bad luck.
Let's cut the chit-chat. It's about to start.
Not quite on time, but it looks like everybody's here. Welcome to the special organization called DEA. I'm the director of the Marine Atmosphere. You have been selected or discovered from each nation for your rare talents. By talent, I mean your aptitude for spirit charms. People with magical circuits capable of becoming masters. I'm sure you can't even imagine it, but be sure to keep this in mind. You are about to be reborn as cutting-edge mages in an unprecedented fusion of magecraft and science. That said, although all of you possess special talents, none of you are special. Understand that you're all inexperienced rookies, standing at the same starting point. In particular, the mages sent from the association still seem to be acting like students. Fix that immediately. Chaldea is my domain. Family heritage and personal achievements have no meaning here. Always remember that my orders are absolute. My position is completely different from yours. I won't allow arguments. You're all mere tools to protect humanity, nothing more. What's with that commotion? Didn't I just tell you that I wouldn't allow any arguments? You there, the one who came in late. If you have any problem with what I just said. Am I seeing this right? Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on you. Sleeping while standing. No way, right? Not in a million years. Hey, I didn't sign up for this. We're experts. We're summoned here because of our skills. We came all this way on your insistence. Absolute obedience? That's ridiculous.
She's right. You're way overstepping. Lineage is the most important asset for a mage. How can you brush it off?
Quiet. No talking. That's why I say you're still acting like students. I'm only telling you what's going on right now. If you don't like it, leave Chaldea at once. Not that there are flights to send you home. So, if you're ready to trek down a snowy mountain 6,000 meters above sea level, that would be commendable. Very good. Nobody's dropped out. Seriously, don't make me waste my time on such matters. I wish you'd realize that's how dire no, humanity's situation is now. Look, she's a good example. No argument, no opinion. Good and obedient. Now then, back to the topic. Are you listening? Today is...
Do you remember now, Senpai?
Vaguely, I guess?
Remembered? You weren't really listening after all, were you? Honestly, sit yourself down. How can you come to Singularity not knowing the situation or your mission? I'm going to have to explain to you again. Listen up! We at Chaldea...
Director, leave that for later. Enemies are incoming.
Alright, good timing. Let's go! Mash!
Hey, come back here! Listen to what I have to say. Good work, Master Light. Now I can pick up where I left off.
Resume? You mean there's more, Director?
Why, certainly. So, don't tell me you forgot already. I'm only halfway through. In fact, it's the latter half that's important. Make yourself remember. Make yourself remember.
Just have no choice.
Now, don't be like that. Director's ramblings can be useful, so... Why were you Master King summoned to Chaldea? This will explain that.
Listen up. Today of all days, we at Chaldea will achieve something that will be written in history. The science of learning, the invention of religion, the acquisition of navigation, the focus of communication, the voyage into space. Our legacy will be on par with the pioneers of the stars. No, it will surpass them. Rather than expanding civilization, we will be the hands of God protecting it. Stabilizing human history, we will transform the future into a solid resolution. The principles of mankind, in other words, to ensure the continuation of humanity. That is Chaldea's, and now your only and absolute purpose. Chaldea has achieved many results to date. The development of Operation Siredemon, Plus. The global environment motto, Chaldea's. Completion of the near future observation lens, Sheba. The heroic spirit summoning system, Fate. The launch of the Spiritron calculation engine, Trismegistus. With these technologies, we at Chaldea have observed humanity's progress 100 years into the future. We do not predict the future, but observe it. Like many who observe celestial bodies, Chaldea has been observing the future. Whatever it sees, our job has been to ensure that humanity will survive 100 years into the future. Look up. That is Chaldea's proudest achievement. Created with advanced magical theories, the global environmental model, or Chaldea's. Planets have been defined as beings with souls. We copy them into this miniature Earth. Because of the difference in scale, we are unable to read each single human mind. But whatever's on the surface, the city lights that can be seen on land, can be observed through Sheba. Currently, it's been set to reflect the Earth 100 years from now. Chaldea's may very well be the future of Earth itself. As long as the light of civilization shines within Chaldea's, we can guarantee humans will exist a century further. As long as there's light, people will live in cities and serve as proof of civilization's survival. But, Lev, you normalize Sheba's polarization angle. This is the current state. Starting 6 months ago, Chaldea's changed color and it's become difficult to observe the future. The light of civilization, our beacon till now, has become largely unobservable to us. Alright, good to see you've got some sense. That's right, the lack of light means that civilization has become extinct. This was considered highly classified, but you have the right to know. Our observations indicate that the light of humanity is only visible up to the year 2018. In other words, we observed, no, proved that humanity will become extinct in that year. Obviously, this future is not possible. It cannot happen, and physically speaking, is impossible. There's neither an economic collapse nor some sudden seismic event. We can't explain how humanity would suddenly just disappear. Over last 6 months, we found the cause of this strange phenomenon, the disappearance of the future. If the reason is not in the present, then it is in the past. Using Laplace and the Trismegistus, we reviewed all data for the past 2,000 years. We tried to find something that didn't exist in history, or was on Earth until this point in time. As a result, we finally found something new. It's this. Spatial Singularity F, a city in the Japanese countryside in 2004. We discovered an unobservable zone that did not exist in history up to the year 2017. The Thea hypothesized that this is the cause of humanity's extinction. We proposed the ratio experiment to the UN and received approval. The ray-shift process transforms a human to spiritrons, sending them into the past and allowing them to alter it. Simply put, it's time travel. Not everyone can do it. Only people with exceptional magic circuits and the ability to become a master can be transformed. Now, I'm sure that cleared things up. Your task is the investigation of Singularity F. You'll travel 14 years into the past, find Singularity F, and destroy it. We are now entering unknown territory. There's no telling what you might find there. But you've been selected from among people all around the world. You can do this, and we have high expectations for you. The higher-ups want to know the cause of this immediately. We don't have time to waste. We'll be performing the first ray-shift experiment in an hour. I'm sure you've all had enough training. For the first experiment, we'll send Team A, the top 8 explorers, to Singularity F. I haven't told the later groups, but they're master candidates who have been chosen from Chaldea. Team A has been active for a month now. You can call them trained warriors. Team A will go on ahead and establish a base camp at Singularity F, guaranteeing your safety. Teams B and below will monitor the situation and prepare for the next experiment. Let's share your information with the Klein coffins, the arts that will send you to the past of spiritrons. There's one for each person, and there are no spares. Be very careful with them. Teams B through D will be on standby in case of trouble with Team A. What are you doing? I told you what you have to do. You are brought here as a potential master. You're practically a soldier now. You will obey orders and be ready for a fight. Do not let me repeat myself. Or do you have any more questions? Hey you, the one who was late. You look confused. I'll give you the chance to ask one question.
Is it safe to change the past?
Does the word singularity mean nothing to you? The singularity we found doesn't exist in any of our observation records. It's like a hole that just appeared out of nowhere. The hole itself is cut from the proper temporal axis. The 2004 singularity exists apart from the past and future. There's no need to connect it to our present. It's more stable than regular time travel, and whatever happens, the timeline can still repair itself. Singularity F is like a tiny stain on the dress that is human history. You trillions beauty just by its presence. Your job is to extract it. That's what will return humanity to its proper, observed course of history. What is Association thinking? Send me someone who doesn't know basic space-time theory. I told them this plan was a grand order, the highest possible duty in the world of magecraft. Well, it doesn't matter. What team are you with? Show me your ID. What? You're in the wrong spot. A civilian, and with no combat or training experience. Chaldea is much too important to be wasting valuable slots on people like you. Lev Lenore!
I'm right here, Director. Why are they yelling? Is there a problem?
There are problems everywhere. Just get this amateur out of my sight.
Oh? Well, that's it. Director, he's a chosen master candidate. Sure, they lack experience, but it's inappropriate to be that rude.
Having an inexperienced amateur here is a problem. What if something happens to my Chaldeus? Let Romani handle this. At least get some basic training in.
I don't think she likes you. Alright, orders are orders. Nash, show her her room.
Alright, understood. I just need to take Senpai to the room, right?
Yes, thanks. I'm busy with the ray shift experiment and can't... Don't worry, the experiment will be over in 2 hours. I'll drop by your room then.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. You're really lucky after all.
Come this way. I'll show you to your room. And that's how you were removed from the command room. Remember?
Got it.
They don't... You look quiet, but you've got quite some nerve, don't you? Anyway, do you finally remember how much of a mess you made at that critical moment?
Director Marie? I think that's going a little too far.
Like how it is. Thanks for the time I wasted on your question, I didn't have time to change.
You were planning to dive, so I'm not sure you need your suit.
I did. I most certainly did. I had a special mystical made for this mission. Jeez, I didn't even get to wear it once. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you understand your responsibilities and duties as Master Candidate now. Alright. Very well, so I'm ordering you to be my bodyguard. Work hard.
Aye, aye, oh great Director Murray.
What? That's creepy. But flattery will get you nowhere.
Good to see you two getting along. Let's move before more enemies show up.
By the way, the type of being we call servants, you know what they are, don't you?
I have no idea.
Just as I thought. It can't be helped. I'll tell you as we move. Think of a servant as the highest ranked familiar in the magical world. Various historical heroes, no acts, concepts. They're all summoned as spiritual bodies. Whether or not a hero truly existed, he or she is still information that was reduced on Earth, right? To summon a heroic spirit is to convert the information stored on the planet into something for the good of mankind. People today have the right to use legacies of the past, and with that right, the duty to leave behind a future. You see, when you make your contract with this greater than human, it is a tool to serve humans. That's why they're called servants. Even if they're gods, they exist only to serve their masters.
Director, your line of thinking may be extreme. My cells are not agreeing with what you just said.
And the servant you fuse with must be an earth-type heroic spirit. Servants are heroes of the past made into familiars. Those who enter into a contract with them and use them are masters. There are 7 classes of servants, which vary depending on the servant's legends and abilities. It's incredibly difficult to copy a heroic spirit entirely. Human mages do not have enough resources or memory to achieve such a feat. That's why only one aspect of heroic spirit is fixed in our world, resulting in the 7 classes. Saber, Lancer, Archer, Rider, Caster, Berserker, Assassin. Every heroic spirit will manifest as one of these classes. That's the true nature of servants. It's also a way to hide their true names as well. They hide their names because they are famous, like Achilles from Greek mythology. Achilles is an invincible heroic spirit, but his weakness is extremely famous, right? When a heroic spirit returns, their weakness returns with them. That's why servants hide their names beyond their class names. If you don't know their identity, it's hard to figure out their past or weaknesses, right? That's not all. There's another reason for hiding one's true name. A servant has a secret weapon worthy of their legend, the crystallization of that heroic spirit's miracle in existence.
Director, sorry to interrupt you while you're having fun, but we detected hostiles. Entering combat.
What? Take them out right now. I'll be hiding over here.
I can feel the tension across the screen. The director's grumpy as usual.
Why is she always so mad?
Well, I can feel some sympathy for the director's ill temper. Excuse me, So Senpai. There's too much about Chaldea you don't know.
Well, I admit I came here clueless.
I really don't know what to do with you. It's like you're a lost little kitty. Well, not that I'm any different. It's been about 2 years since I started here. I still don't get it. I kind of sneaked in, almost like an alligator.
Is that right?
Yes, I've learned as much as I can from the database. I'll share with you. Chaldea Security Organization, or more accurately, the Security Organization for the Preservation of Humanity. Venice Chaldea. A research observatory with the purpose of continuing and strengthening human history, with researchers, scholars, and mages from all around the world. They watch a world that Magecraft couldn't observe, and science couldn't measure. We're a special organization with national support, created to prevent humanity from reaching a bad end.
You sure know a lot, Mash.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. It's true that Chaldea receives financial support from across the globe, and the majority of that comes from the Mages Association in London. From the Atmosphere family, Director Olga Mori's family. Chaldea is a research organization, but due to its importance, it operates on a military level. There are extremely strict rules and punishments for everything, so the Director's attitude is actually reserved. The Director isn't a villain, but she is evil. She'll get rid of any staff member she doesn't like. Well, not sure if it's okay to call someone who's got a bad attitude evil. Sorry, I wanted to give you some encouragement, but I'm not used to cheery words.
What? Hey, what are you guys doing? Behind you! The enemies found us! Prepare for battle!
You're so close! Senpai, give me your orders!
Please keep an eye on your surroundings. Even if Romani is monitoring us, this is a singularity. There's no telling what might happen. Come here, Curiolite. You're hurt, aren't you? I can heal something like that.
Oh, right. Thank you very much, Director Olga Marie.
Really now, when the director is calm, she can be dependable. So, you should know, the director's in a complicated position as well. Initially, Marie was like you all, master candidate. 3 years ago, the previous director, her father, passed away and she had to take over Caldea when she was just a student. Since then, it's been one tense day after another, and you take over as head of the Hemisphere family. It was all she could do to keep Caldea running. Around that time, an anomaly was found in Caldeus. We can no longer see into the promised future 100 years from now. There's huge criticism from the association and our sponsors. She was ordered to get the situation back to normal as soon as possible. To make matters worse, they found that she had no aptitude to be a master. The noble Hemisphere family, and the 12 lords, the dominating faculty of astronomy at the Mages Association. Oh, the scandal that would occur if the head of such a family was found to be unfit to become a master. You can imagine the level of gossip happening behind the scenes. I'm sure those rumors reached Marie too. She still worked to be her absolute best as director. This last half year, she's just barely been hanging on. She's worked herself so hard. I'd like her to come for counseling, but with how things are... In any event, she's been emotionally stretched to the limit. She doesn't hate you, or anything like that.
I was just having fun.
Hey, that's not nice. I understand how you feel. The director wasn't allowed to go out much growing up. Everything she says is honest and innocent. Make sure you don't say that in front of her. She'll just hate you more. Anyhow, you're the only three I can trust right now. I want you to continue investigating without fighting.